It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast for Saturday, October 9th, 2021. I'm sorry if I sound a little raspy and nasally. I have allergies that have just been whooping my ass all week. Seriously, it's not been fun. But anyway, welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Rhodes, as always, here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel, currently fighting his allergies. And yeah, it's always been a lot of fun. But anyway, what do I got to talk about this week? Well, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Sora is the final DLC character in Smash Bros. Ultimate. And the internet just went ablaze Tuesday morning with this news. It was not a good thing to hear. There's a new open world horror game. Yeah, this thing actually looks pretty damn impressive. Even the trailer has me kind of like, man, I can't wait to watch some of this. And it's called Choo Choo Charles. Oh, that's just wrong. Hey, Netflix. Yeah, turns out they got to do some cutting into their new popular series Squid Game. After a massive amount of prank callers were calling the number, which turns out to be real. Yeah, I want to talk about that. Remember Pokemon Legends Arceus, the thing that I kind of ripped a somewhat new asshole of? Guess what? It's apparently not going to be open world like everybody was thinking it was going to be. Yay! Uh-huh. It's, yay! It's not going to be open world. Man, Game Freak can't even get that right. And Twitch was hacked! Well, what the hell? Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp went down earlier this week, but Twitch was hacked! And its source code was leaked into the wild. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs! Because that's not a good thing. Especially when they started posting up how much some of the top earners were making. And man, I think some people with nice suits and ties are going to want to have some words with them probably. Because you can't tell me they were claiming all that on taxes. But anyway, folks, that's all this week on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. But hey, you know the song and dance by now. I'm sure you do. ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. I have a wide variety of crap for sale. Trading cards, DVDs, some video game stuff. One person's trash is another person's treasure. I got action figure parts. Come on. One person's trash, like I said, is another person's treasure. On the worldwide flea market, that is eBay. It's a worldwide flea market. Where else can you find crap that you never thought you wanted and or needed? Come on, you could find anything on eBay. That's ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. And hey, while you're out there on the information superhighway, swing on over to the social media city and come check out and hang out and shoot the shit with me over on Twitter. At Otaku Roads. That's the at symbol, the one above the two. Capital O-T-A-K-U, capital R-H-O-A-D-S, over on Twitter. Come hang out, shoot the shit with me. I'm usually on there most of the time. And don't forget to check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. You know, when Facebook isn't on fire, screaming, carrying on, and people are trying to log in to find out, you know, if their cute pet pictures gotten 5 likes or not. Come check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. And while you're here on YouTube, here in Streaming City, come and do your usual YouTube stuff. You know that by now. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you can be made aware when new things drop right here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. Alright, so, Andrew, how was your week? Yeah, this has been kind of a fun week. So, like I said, my allergies have been kicking my ass, and badly kicking my ass. I'm not even joking. So Monday I started feeling a little stuffy. Tuesday was moderately getting worse. Wednesday, just flat out whooping my ass. I had to help my uncle after I was done work. It was my the manager at the store I work at, it was her last day. She could tell I was a little under the weather, but I still showed up for work. It's like, yeah. But, yeah, allergies were just whooping my ass. So it's like, oh, cool, this is great. Went through most of the day. Then I was told, hey, you don't have to worry about coming in on Friday. Remember that. It's going to be important in a minute. And I'm like, oh, hey, that works out great. I can, get a little more rest. I don't have to worry about, like trying to get a couple hours of sleep, make sure that I'm coughing up everything so I'm ready to go. And that was all Wednesday. Thursday. The neighbors, the people that are working on this apartment building next door to us. First off, they've now pissed me off. And in all honesty, I have been generous. I have been understanding. I have been fine to a point, but now they pissed me off. Because they had to get their power hooked up on Thursday. Now, you would think the neighborly thing to do would be to warn everybody and, like, send out a letter, just come around, knock on the door when you're over there every fucking day, and come over, knock on our door and say, hey, just to give you a heads up, at some point this week, we don't know if it's going to be Thursday, Friday, or when, the electric company's got to come out, they're going to shut off the power so that they can hook us up. Just to give you a heads up. Especially if you know the freaking day they're doing it, would have been nice to give us a heads up. So, Thursday, they're over there, and I'm like, oh, great, they're doing something weird today. It looks like they have their electrician back. And all of a sudden, my mom's getting ready to go to the store, and the guy walks over and goes, oh, hey, you know that you're getting your power shut off today, right? And we're like, no. And he's like, oh, well, they were supposed to tell you. It's not my department. They were supposed to tell you. I was like, oh, I love how he immediately just, like, took the blame off himself. It's like, yeah, no, it's not my problem. It's their fault. Yeah, I'm already pissed. And he's like, oh, it'll be out for about an hour. Try 2. The power went out. And first off, he goes, it'll be out in about an hour, and it'll be out for about an hour. Yeah, more like 45 minutes later, the power goes out. And 2 hours later, the power comes back. So I was pissed. Happily, like I said, didn't have to go to work on Friday. Because I'm like, cool, because we ate a little later then. And then as I'm getting, like, finally relaxing a bit, and I'm like, hey, I'm breathing a little better. My allergies aren't, like, bugging me. I'm not coughing a lot. I'm nice and comfortable. I get a phone call. And I'm like, oh, great. Because now, my new phone, I had to change ringtones for work. And I get a call. It's like, well, you're coming in tomorrow, right? I was told I didn't have to. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, great. Now what the hell? And the lady's like, well, because we have changing managers right now. And she's like, well, would you like to come in or did you already make plans? Now, to be fair, I already made plans. Because there's some stuff at the fire company I could take care of. And I wasn't going to have time to do it Thursday. So I'm like, I could do that Friday. That works perfect. That worked perfect for me. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of already made plans. And she's like, oh, okay, not a problem. Well, then we'll see you next week. And I'm double checking to see, make sure that the dates still match up and the times still match up. Well, that's up in the air right now, apparently, because the person that was supposed to be watching me, that I'm supposed to be working with, is out with COVID. So now I'm up in the air as to whether or not I'm working next week or when I'm working next week, which is really making me feel good inside. I'm constantly thinking now, great, watch me get called in, because today's Saturday, watch me get called in tonight, because, 3 people called out, can you come up and work till closing? And I'll be like, great, god damn it. Because I'm getting the feeling that what I'm going to be doing is similar to what I've been doing the last couple times I had to work on a Saturday, which was last week, and I think the week before. And this time it'll probably be can you also bring in, the one thing that we have to use the jack for? And I'd be like, great, I could just see that. And I'm still not feeling the world's best. I mean, early in the morning and late in the afternoon, like, I'm just completely fucked up. There's like a nice middle ground after I cough up everything, I'm breathing some fresher air in, and I get everything out of my lungs and out of my nose and sinuses, then I'm fine, but then it builds back up over time. And I had like 3, my mom got me 3 things of tea at the store, and I already drank 2 of them down, and I got 1 left. And I'm like, yeah, this is gonna end well. So I'm just kind of, I don't know I don't know if there's a good way to word concerned or just flat out annoyed. I'm kind of gonna lean more towards annoyed, but then again, I understand right now because they're doing a lot of shifting of stuff right now to try to find somebody, so I get it. But don't screw me over if I'm not feeling the world's greatest. Don't screw me to the wall. I really don't want to have to go up there, listen to people ask me 50 times if they can use the bathroom, which they can't. I really don't want to hear this half a dozen times. So that's what I'm afraid is going to happen. But that was just all Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, I get up, work on some stuff. I had a splitting headache. And I mean, this is the worst I had felt all week at this point. I mean, I still have a bit of a headache now, but it's not as bad as it was yesterday. So I get up, and I'm like, okay, I'm up. I can do this. I can get going. All of a sudden, I'm like checking some stuff on my tablet quick, and my head feels like it wants to split in two. Like, it literally just wants to split itself in two. And I just, like, I lean back. I'm like, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna lay here for a little bit until my headache subsides. About maybe 15, 30 minutes later, it was dull enough that I could get up and move. And I'm like, there was no way in hell I would have made it into work. Even at 7 o'clock in the morning, there was no way in hell. And I'm like, yeah, this is going to be my life now, I think. So, yeah, that's not great. Especially right now we're in the midst of the great resignation, apparently, where people are leaving their jobs. So that's always fun. But, yeah, so that was yesterday. And I do apologize if there hasn't been, like, a massive amount of videos that went up. Like I said, throat scratchy, not sleeping well, allergies. Kind of makes recording and setting up recording and doing recordings a bit of a pain in the ass. I'm not going to lie. So I do apologize for the lack of videos this week. I promise things are going to improve here at some point. I'm trying to make things work out a little better. We're hopefully still getting our power fixed on the 19th. And once that's done, I might be swapping rooms. Well, actually, we should be swapping rooms because it'll be a little better come winter. When winter actually hits, not fall. When I'm talking like winter. So I use air quotes here, should be able to do some more recordings a little easier than I can now. With that being said, don't quote the devil. Don't quote me on it. I'm working on it. So there is that. Otherwise, that's been my week. Like I said, one massive shit show after another. It's just been one hell of a week, basically. And my ear keeps popping because of my sinuses are just piled up on my ear. That's just great. So let me know how your weeks went. Without any further ado, let us dive into the podcast, because this is going to be a lot of fun this week, I think. All right, so let's just talk about it. Let's just get the elephant out of the room. Sora is the new final DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And the internet went ablaze on Tuesday, both with people pissed about it and with people excited about it. For me, I'm happy. First off, this means that Kingdom Hearts is getting some recognition outside of it just being a Disney franchise, because that's basically what it is now. And Square Enix can go, we own it. No, Disney fucking owns it, because if you look at Kingdom Hearts 3, that was all Disney. I did not see any other Square Enix properties in that at all. Except for the what was it, like DLC or something, where you had the other characters show up. Yeah, the other characters showed up. A few of the characters showed up in DLC. That was it. Trying to find Sora. That was your entire DLC thing. I think that one DLC. That was it. So yeah, that's it was all Disney shit. That's all it was, because it was literally just finishing out the Disney. They finished out the Hercules plot. They finished up the whole Sora thing. They closed the book on this chapter of the Kingdom Hearts saga and preparing us for the next one, which, knowing how they operate this franchise, will be about 25 years later. with about 17 games in between that will just be adding to the lore or adding to the canonicity of everything. So yes, just keep that in mind. But Sora is now in Smash. And the best part is, you get 4 different forms of Sora depending on his costumes. So you can get Sora, and all of them are based off of his original Kingdom Hearts model, which is really cool. So you get Sora, you get Sora, I think it was from Kingdom Hearts 2, Dream Drop Distance, and Kingdom Hearts 3. Those are the 4 outfits that you get. So Sora's represented in all of his outfits, which is the best part. Because, let's face it, I think a lot of people are going to like the later era costume a little more than the original, but who the hell cares? Sora's in Smash. Does that mean I want to get Smash Brothers? Fuck no. I am not going to spend money and give, and I honestly stand by this. I am not going to give, Nintendo a dime, to be honest with you, because as much as I like, and I'm going to say this, as much as I like Sora, as much as I like Kingdom Hearts, they're not getting a dime from me. I think Nintendo's lost the mark when it comes to their quote the devil gaming franchises, because everything's Switch related and everything on the Switch is kind of sucking. There's some good stuff, but you're relying too heavily on this last, horse in your barn. If I were Nintendo, I would start coming up with like maybe one ultimate system that can, that's just the last thing you can make. Put like all your effort into R&D on this, and make something that will basically make Sony and Microsoft look at themselves and go, well, damn it, that's it, we've lost. I know that they want the Switch to be the last thing they're ever going to do. At least I think that's what they're gearing this towards. But I would go like one more just to piss off Sony and Microsoft, because they're coming out with Sony has the PS5, Microsoft has the Xbox Series X and S. Look, I would literally just one more, just rub it in their face and go, hey, look what we made, look what we can do. You two have been over there having your little slap fight in the sandbox. We've been over here. We've been on our throne, and this is what we made. Suck it. And then they can look at that and go, God damn it, how'd they do that? I don't know. Can we reverse engineer it? I don't even know. Where did they get this? What shit did they get this out of Area 51 from? I don't know. I kind of feel like Nintendo should do that. But as far as Smash is concerned, I watched the reveal trailer. Oh, God, did I like the look. That was just funny as hell. So Sakurai, it's like, what? Yeah, like we didn't fucking know this was happening. Come on. You see the Keyblade come down, Mario grabs it and chucks it, and then Sora pops out and it's like, yeah. When you see the Keyblade, you know who's coming. It's like, it's either going to be that or you're getting Mickey Mouse, and I don't see Disney and Nintendo coming to an agreement on that. Oh, hell no. That's something that I think modders will work on, and then Nintendo will get pissed off at that. But yeah, I don't see that. But Sora is in Smash. Sora is finally coming to Smash. So we got Sephiroth, we got Cloud, and we got Sora. We got the top 3 badasses. I would have liked to have Riku in too. It's too bad they couldn't have done like a twofer and had Riku and Sora for the DLC. Because you figure you have Sephiroth and Cloud, so that's light and darkness. Basically, Cloud's light, Sephiroth is darkness, so you have light and dark represented there. Here you have Sora, who's pure light, basically. And you have Riku, who channeled the power of the darkness a lot. That would have been a really good combination to have a twofer and just really screw fans over and go, oh, did I say the last character? I meant the last 2 characters. My bad. And have it be Riku and Sora showing up. Because you figure those 2 in Smash would be whooping ass and taking names. And I liked some of the action you could see from Sora's gameplay. It was really cool looking. So this actually works. And I could hear, I was seeing this, and I've been hearing this from a lot of reviews, and I've been seeing a lot of it online with the people like, it's just another sword fighter. It's another sword fighter. It's another sword fighter. So freaking what? So it's another sword fighter. You do realize there aren't that many. Hell, you got Samus in this. Samus has a freaking plasma cannon. You have Kirby. Kirby can become a sword fighter if he inhales a sword. Who cares? Give Mario a sword. Then you people won't ever shut up. There's the thing. Swords were in this game from the original already. Go back and check out footage of the original. There were sword fighters in that. Who cares if there's... Oh, it's another sword fighter. Who cares? Does it bother you? Does it piss you off? Are you that annoyed that there's another sword fighter in this? It doesn't bother me. I don't care. I'm happy for this. I think this is great. Because this is, first off, showing people that, look, we're willing to take Kingdom Hearts into our, family here at Nintendo. I know Sony and Disney were harsh to it, but we here at Nintendo will love it and cherish it. We don't own the rights to it exclusively, but, we're getting it for our console. You can play Kingdom Hearts. I think it's 1, 2, and 3 they're getting. Ironic, they get the 3 main games. They don't get any of the spin-offs that help tie in the main games, so that's ironic. Of course, you had Chain of Memories that was on the Game Boy Advance, and you had 358 Days Over 2. It was 358. Yes, 358 Days Over 2, because that's how I always pronounce it. So it was 358 over 2, and people are like 358 over 2 days, but it's 358 Days Over 2. Because basically you're doing the entire timeline for Roxas before Kingdom Hearts 2. Not to mention Zion, which was really cool. And I liked how those characters were brought back then in Kingdom Hearts 3, and they show up and they're like badasses. And they show up at the massive fight against the organization. It's like, yeah, no, we got this. We got this. That's like, yeah. But, so they had those 2 games. And then Dream Drop Distance, because that was a 3DS title. So at least they had at least 3 other games on Nintendo platforms that were Nintendo platform exclusives. So, okay, well, Chain of Memories kind of helps tie in Sora's thing between 1 and 2. That's fine. It literally does, because you understand how he got to be in the castle, how he got to be there at the start of Kingdom Hearts 2. You understand that. 358 Days Over 2 explains who the fuck Roxas was, and how Roxas got to be where he was in Kingdom Hearts 2 to start. And Dream Drop Distance explains everything going into Kingdom Hearts 3. So we just don't have Birth by Sleep, or the mobile games, or I think there's like 1 or 2 other ones yet in there somewhere mixed in. I can't figure it out anymore because I lost track of the damn timeline. It's one of those I have to watch a video just to see what the fuck's been going on. And that's the sad part. But, Sora's in Smash. That's all that matters. And I'm happy for this. So, he can cast magic, standard special attack cycles between fire, lightning, and ice spells. You can see it indicated above your damage marker. He can also do a dash attack, Sonic Blade, which seems key. Yeah. For stringing together attacks. Crucially, he can dash after using his up B, extremely helpful for getting back onto the stage, so you can't get a ring out, which is really cool. He also has a counter, though, in case you didn't have enough from all the Fire Emblem fighters, which is really cool. Sora's stage looks a lot like the Final Destination, except with 1 extra floating platform. Fans were, like I said, a little pissed off. Who cares? Look, I would at least just take it and be happy at this point. Because, in all honesty, just take it and be happy. So, players have long speculated, though, over who would nab the final slot. I remember this weird mushroom thing dropped off an envelope at my front door. I didn't know what the hell it was, and I posted it up on Twitter, so apparently I guess it wasn't for me. I guess not. So last month, though, during a ballyhooted Nintendo Direct showcase that many assumed would pull back the curtain, Nintendo said, LOL, gotcha. And passed the buck to a dedicated Smash Ultimate showcase. Not for nothing, during the same event, Nintendo announced an announcement about Animal Crossing New Horizons, scheduled for sometime this month. For the betting crowd, though, here's a short list of characters many observers believe could have been included. You have, and this is the best part, so get ready for this. This is the part that I love. Birdo, Tingle, Goku, Master Chief, someone from Fortnite, I think. Leon Kennedy, Beautiful Joe, Date, a Nintendo exclusive in a bad suit, a Nintendo executive in a bad suit, Nintendo executive in a good suit, the purple-clad Paragon alter ego of Mario's significantly more handsome brother. So, Waluigi! It's a Waluigi time! Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was not Waluigi time, unfortunately. But no, Sora. It's Sora. He'll be available alongside several Mii Fighter costumes, including some of the Splatoon and Doom, to be available on August 17th. August 8th. October 18th. Can't even talk today. October 18th for 75 cents each. Of course, microtransactions. Yay! So, I get it. People are pissed that Sora's in here. First off, I don't see Master Chief making it into this. I don't see Microsoft agreeing to that. Goku, if you have ever been anywhere on the internet, and better yet, talk to Team 4-Star, talk to TFS, talk to Lanny Pator, talk to Kaiser Neko. They had, one of the main reasons why they stopped doing DBZA was because they kept getting copyright struck. Because Shueisha, Akira Toriyama, Funimation, they would copyright strike the hell out of them for using Dragon Ball characters. Goku, in a Smash game, for Nintendo. I don't see Nintendo winning a lawsuit against Shueisha, Akira Toriyama, Fuji TV, or Funimation. In any way, shape, or form. Fortnite, Nintendo hates Fortnite. I don't see them taking a Fortnite character into their Smash game and going, no, I don't see that happening. They're not going to poke fun at themselves. I thought Beautiful Joe was in the game, so I guess not. Leon Kennedy, no. Date, this is supposed to be a family-friendly game here in a way, but no. I would prefer Waluigi as like an alternate character model for Luigi. But no, apparently no. But yeah, so Sora's in Smash. Sora was the final character released, so yay! Kingdom Hearts is finally getting some recognition by Nintendo. And in all honesty, it's a fighter game. Just let them have this. You do realize this is probably going to be the last Smash game that's ever going to be made. Just let them have this. Come on. It's like the people pissed off about everybody wanting Serena to come back in Pokemon. Just let us have this. We asked for so little in life. Just let us have this, please. That's all we ask. Just let us have it. But yeah, but either way, Sora's in Smash. I'm happy for him. I really am. So yeah, it's all good. Okay, let me run this little scenario by you. You have a train. You have a train that's spider-like. Are you afraid of spiders? Do you have arachnophobia? Are you afraid of trains? What is the actual name for the fear of trains? I know that there is one. What the hell's the name of it? I know arachnophobia is spiders. What is the fear of trains? Wow, there actually is. I knew there was a name for it. Side row doromophobia. Side row doromophobia. There you go, folks. You've learned something new today. Side row doromophobia, and I know I'm mispronouncing that, is the fear of trains. It's okay. So if you suffer from that or arachnophobia, I'm pretty sure that's what fear of spiders is. It's arachnophobia, right? Yeah, arachnophobia was the fear of spiders. I knew that was the fear of spiders. I knew I wasn't crazy. All right, so if you suffer from arachnophobia or side row doromophobia, then this is not a game for you. I'm talking about Choo Choo Charles. Yeah, I can see Markiplier playing the hell out of this game, unfortunately. He's been playing Void Train and kind of like, I can see him playing this and taking on a killer train spider thing that looks like a cross between Thomas the Tank Engine, the spider tank from Wild Wild West and the Joker. No, seriously, that's actually what it looks like. It looks like the spider tank thing from Wild Wild West, Thomas the Tank Engine, and the Joker. It looks like a three-way cross there. That's, wow. Yeah, that's going to be fun. But either way, if you're afraid of either spiders or trains, don't play this game. Because you're pretty much going to be in a fetal position, hyperventilating, possibly on the brink of death. I don't need to be responsible for killing anybody, so please tune out for the next little bit. Yeah, please just tune out or just move ahead till you find the next topic. But either way, if you stuck around and this doesn't freak you out, good news, everyone. Because this new horror game's coming out in 2022. It's going to be too much, though, for your fears if you are afraid of them. Choo Choo Charles, the upcoming open-world horror game, where you have to explore an island via your little yellow train as you search around the island, meeting locals and finding parts to upgrade your little yellow train. You'll need to keep an eye out for Charles, the giant spider train monster that is hungry and wants to eat your flesh. And probably your train, too. So it's like Mortal Engines. And the thing looks like a freaking cross. I swear to God, it looks like the fucking Joker injected the Joker venom into Thomas the Tank Engine and then gave him spider legs. It is freaky looking. You have the announcement trailer in here, which you can watch. It is, honest to God, terrifying. I'm not going to lie. Holy hell. Yeah, I mean, Charles is just chasing after this poor SOB. They get the hell out of Dodge, and they just start shooting Charles with their little railgun that they have on the train. Not really doing anything. Yeah, you get to explore this little island. Little my ass, by the way. Marking destinations where you want to go, switching tracks. Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. All the while, you have to make sure that Charles ain't going to eat your ass. Interacting with locals, which honestly scare the... yeah, I think they kind of cheaped out on the locals there. But, yeah, you got Charles. Charles the Choo Choo. Charles that wants to eat you. Yay! And then you get to upgrade this thing, make it more badass. And you even get like a little train whistle, too, to blow. Yeah, that's great. You want to avoid Charles. Yeah, here, I'm just going to, suck my little train whistle. That's going to let him know where the fuck I am. Come on. It's an odd concept, though, for a video game, but you're instantly hooked by the trailer. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It seems like, though, nobody's alone, though. Over the weekend, the trailer for Choo Choo Charles went viral. By the way, when I talk about over the weekend, this thing came out on the 2nd. So, this was last Saturday. But, oh man! This actually looks pretty good. Commenting about how strange but cool it looked. And what's perfect timing to release this trailer, considering it's October. If you wanted to wet your pants in fear and Freeform's 31 Days of Halloween doesn't do it for you, well, guess what? If this doesn't make you wet your pants, nothing will. Yeah, this thing does seem kind of interesting. I am not gonna lie. It should be pointed out, though, that the name of the train and its evil vibes reminds you of a lot of the children's book, Charles the Choo Choo Train, written by famous author Stephen King. Of course it is! Yay, I'm told by some folks at Kotaku, by the way, I'm reading literally off Kotaku's thing here, that this book is very important to the overall lore of the Dark Tower or something. I don't know. They started talking about books and I was too busy watching the trailer for Choo Choo Charles again. Because this thing, I'm not gonna lie, this thing looks pretty freaking cool. Yeah. I mean, damn. You got this small little yellow train. You need to upgrade this thing. You need to take on Charles. You basically are tasked with navigating, finding the shit on this island, getting scraps, upgrading the little engine that can, hopefully, and taking down Charles, the Joker-infused Thomas the Tank Engine spider, basically. And, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. I want to see some gameplay of this. I want to see some people playing this. I want to see how this plays, because do I plan on playing this? Oh, hell no! First time I see Charles, I'm probably going to end up having a heart attack, and that'll kill me. And I'll be like, oh, this game killed me. Yeah, no, I don't need that. But yeah, this is definitely an impressive thing, I'm not going to lie. But it looks like freaking Thomas the Tank Engine was injected with Joker venom. I mean, the Joker must have found a way to make it into a gasoline form and inject it into cars. Because, man, that train just looks creepy. You think like the Big Daddies and the Mr. Handies, the Songbirds from like Bioshock Infinite, or like the what was it, Mr. T, or what was the hulking mass of a monster from the one Resident Evil game. I thought, wasn't it Mr. T or the T or T something or other? I don't know. But yeah, definitely impressive. Creeps me the fuck out. I like it. This thing kicks ass. This could be an all-around game winner here. Now here's the downside, and I really hate to say this, because this trailer is writing a check. Hopefully this game can cash it, but at the same time, I can't wait to see how they fuck this up. Because, I mean, let's face it, the trailer looks too cool. Now, if they make the game just as cool as the trailer, then that tells you that they know what they're doing. If they manage to somehow make it less cool than the trailer, then the trailer wrote a check that the show couldn't cash, or the series of the game couldn't cash. And it's Alpha's all over again. Yeah, for those of you that don't know the joke, Alpha's trailer wrote a check that those superpowered freaks could not cash. I'm sorry. They could not cash that check that trailer wrote. And it ended after season 2, and I was like, thank God. I was content with it being done. I'm like, it's done. I'm happy about that. No, seriously, I was content. But yeah, this looks cool. Check out the trailer. It's viral. Just look up Choo Choo Charles. And if you excuse me, I'm going to now probably go and have a fear of Thomas the Tank Engine. Which is already creepy enough as it is, if you've ever actually watched Thomas the Tank Engine. That thing is already creepy. Alright, so here's the thing. If you haven't been watching Squid Game, go watch Squid Game. Yeah. There, I just said it. Andrew, have you watched Squid Game? No, I watched the Cliff Notes for Squid Game. I will not give Netflix a dime. They think that they're going to get any money from me. They're stupider than they look. They're stupider than they act. I watched the Cliff Notes for this. It was Mystery Recap. They do like Cliff Note versions of movies and that. First off, I love Cliff Notes. I'm going to say that right off the bat. I love how people go, that's cheating. For me, it's, do I want to take the time and actually look for the thing and take the time and invest in watching it? A lot of times, the Cliff Notes are better because then you're cut out from a lot of the excess stuff that's inside of it that takes away from the plot and can eventually dull you to the entire thing. You get the main meat of the meal. Think of it this way. You have this entire course in front of you. Let's say it's, pizza, some breadsticks, cheese sticks, fries, and something else. I'm sorry, I had to blow my nose there. Let's say that you don't want all of that, but you want some pizza, you want some of the breadsticks, a few of the cheese sticks, and some of the fries. Not a problem. The Cliff Notes will give you that. The Cliff Notes will pretty much give you the main bulk of what you're looking at. And I love Cliff Notes. So, Netflix, though, for Squid Game, they missed a huge opportunity here. Now, I want to reference this. There was a song back in the 80s. And if anybody grew up in the 90s, you know this song. And I'm talking, of course, about 8675309. Yes, the Jenny song. Those of you that don't know what that song is, Tommy Two-Tone wrote a song called Jenny. 8675309. It's about a girl whose number's written on a bathroom wall. Listen, I'm assuming it was a bathroom. I don't think they ever really actually expressed if it was a bathroom stall or not. I always figured it was. But Basically, you call the number for a good time, call Jenny. And they just kept singing the numbers. Tommy Two Tones, 8675309. It's one of those songs that once you hear it, it's stuck in your head forever. Every time you hear the numbers, you instantly think it. So, fair warning if you just Googled it. I apologize. But the record label for that actually had to buy the number. Because the person that owned the number was getting phone calls after the song went out. And after it got really popular, started getting phone calls like crazy from people inquiring where Jenny is. So, yeah. Squid Game. There's a number on the card that the main character has to call. And unfortunately, it's a real number. But here's the golden opportunity that Netflix missed, which proves that they're not as intelligent as people give them credit for. They could have taken the opportunity, gotten a number specifically designed for this. Okay? Even if it wouldn't have been that massive of a success, just for shits and giggles. Just for the hardcore fans that watch this, just to check it. But this thing blew up, by the way. This thing took off like wildfire. They could have gotten a number for this. They could have inquired, got a number, and just had it be an answering machine that literally picks up and says, "We hope you're enjoying Squid Game." And just gives you a recap of one random episode. Or you push a number and it'll give you a random episode. Or you say which number you're. They missed a golden opportunity here. Instead, they now have to edit this. They got to edit the show now. Because the real life number, the guy's getting prank calls. And it's pissing him off. And I don't blame him. So, they're taking action to remove any trace of the phone number seen in Squid Game from the series after the owner of the real-life number has been reportedly hit with prank calls. According to The Hollywood Reporter, they confirmed that the streamer and local production company Siren Pictures have reached a joint decision to edit the phone number out of the various scenes in which it appears. Again, this was a golden opportunity to, quote the devil, get a different number. And edit that in instead. Just change the number. Yeah. This comes shortly after it was reported that the number's real-life owner has been on the receiving end of around 4,000 phone calls a day after the show premiered. The phone number apparently made its first appearance in episode 1, where it was found printed on multiple business cards. A mysterious man handed out cards which contained an 8-digit number to multiple characters, offering them the chance to complete in a deadly survival game and potentially win a big cash prize. It seems some viewers called the number out of curiosity, with many of them registering their interest to be in the game. Despite being hit with a barrage of calls both day and night, the person who owns the number has reportedly been reluctant to change it because it is linked to the individual's business dealings and client contacts. Again, Netflix, golden opportunity here that you just let slip right through your fingers. And even now you're letting it slip through your fingers. Don't edit the number out. Change the number. Get a standalone phone number. Get it from the phone company. Get a standalone number and edit that in instead. I guarantee you, people will call this number. If you put a phone number in something, people will call it. It's human nature, morons. The situation, though, was not helped with Squid Game's growing popularity, meaning that more and more people are streaming the series with the number exposed. The debut season of the South Korean survival drama featured the top title on the streaming service in the US last week and is currently on track to become Netflix's biggest show ever. You morons missed this golden goose here. Okay, this thing was literally shitting out golden eggs, and it had a big one you could have easily took advantage of. And you just oh man, this thing's too heavy. Get the wheelbarrow, we'll chuck it out in the trash. We only want the small ones. They add up over time. Big ass golden egg, and you're just chucking it. So if you happen to be coming into the series for the first time, you're relying on translations to follow the story, you might want to consider watching the episodes with the proper English subtitles turned on, rather than Netflix's closed captioning, so you don't lose the nuances of the script and all the twisted, colorful competitions that dominate the show. Basically, watch it in its original language, but subbed with the actual translators, not Netflix's people that they pay. Because Netflix, apparently the English dub of it was butchered heavily. Of course, I mean, look at Netflix. They butchered Evangelion, so it makes sense they could butcher anything that requires a dub. That's That's idiotic to think that they wouldn't. But yes, but this, first off, this show is fucking amazing. Like I said, I watched the Cliff Notes and I was hooked. I was watching, I'm like, okay, they're going to put the next episode tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to wait and watch the next Cliff Note. And I'm watching the Cliff Notes and I'm like, oh my god, it's like 7 episodes long. It was 4 videos, and it's like 2, 2, 2, and 1. So it's like 7 episodes. This thing is amazing! And this script was apparently turned down like 9 or 10 times. So, damn. Netflix apparently was like, yeah, well, we'll put it up on our site. Well, what the hell? And this thing just like took off like gangbusters, starting a wildfire with gasoline. I mean, this thing was just amazing. Like I said, I watched the Cliff Notes version. I think the Cliff Notes were great. I think the series was good. It had you had the Battle Royale similarities with other things. There was that Japanese movie where all the high school kids had to survive. There was like a couple anime series that were like this too. I know that there was the manga within Bakuman, the one that the Jackass in Volume 14 made, had a similar presence and premise to this, where they had to tell the truth or they die. And I think that was based off of that movie. I can't think what that Japanese movie was called, but I watched the How Would You Beat It? But yeah, it's like a life or death game. And this thing was cool. I mean, I will agree, because I did watch Angry Joe's review then of it, but I'd already watched the Cliff Notes by the time I watched his review, so I already knew the show. First off, it's cool. I'm not going to spoil shit here, but definitely check it out. If you don't do Netflix like me, if you don't trust watching Netflix, simply do this. Cliff Notes. Go to Mystery Recapped. They did some Squid Game stuff. It was like 4 days worth of videos. I would watch them. They're worth the watch. Mostly because it gives you the main bulk of it. It's understandable. It's enjoyable. I liked it. It ended the way I kind of figured it was going to end, at least for the first part of it. I don't see this getting a season 2. I mean, it's the same like Gangbusters, so, I mean, Netflix is probably going to be like, no, we want a second season, but I feel like everything was wrapped up quite nicely, in a way, but yeah, definitely, I would say, if you want to watch this, but you don't want to, like, commit yourself to it, because you're not sure, watch the Cliff Notes version first, watch the Cliff Notes for it, then go into it if you want to. If not, Cliff Notes are just as good for this, because it gives you everything you need. Yeah. But either way, this was worth it. If I think about it, I'll put the Cliff Notes, or the links to them, in the description, so you can watch it then. You have to search around for it. If I think about it, I'll do that. I don't know yet. But, yeah, it's definitely worth your time. Like I said, this thing was pretty cool. And I'm not one for gore or massive killings and stuff, but honestly, I kind of felt, I didn't really feel, like, disturbed by this. I really didn't. This actually wasn't that bad, because a lot of the killings that were done, sure, okay, they were up front and everything else, but a majority of the ones that were, like, the characters that you really cared about, you could feel the weight for it, and it just, like, sucked you in, like, okay, what's going to happen next? How are they going to deal with this? Because you thought, like, you know, the old guy dying, I was like, man, this is just horrible. You had, the one person died, you have, you know, the betrayal of stuff, and I'm like, I was sucked in. I'm like, oh, yeah, I gotta see what happens next. But, yeah, so if the Cliff Notes hooked me, they should hook you. If I remember to put them into the description, I will. Otherwise, this was pretty cool. As I think Netflix, from what I heard, was being sued because of overloading servers, because of people watching this, but, I like how Angry Joe's like, he hopes that they lose that, because the people that are suing Netflix, he hopes they lose that because it's stupid. yeah, I kind of hope they lose it too. I mean, look, I'm first off, I will never be in Netflix's corner for anything. But in all honesty, as far as this is concerned, yeah, I'm kind of give Netflix a pass on this one. Look, I hope you guys win this one. And I'm only saying that because, in all honesty, anything could blow up on the internet given the right fuel and timing. Anything could blow up and be huge. So it's mostly timing. So piss off on suing them for this. Really, that's idiotic. But yeah, if you get a chance to check out the Cliff Notes, check it out. If you haven't watched the series, watch it. I'm not one to recommend stuff for Netflix. That's why I'm saying watch the Cliff Notes. Because you're not actually giving Netflix money. Somebody else watched it and they're telling you about it, which is a lot better than you giving Netflix money to watch it. And that's how I feel. Because Netflix is never getting a dime for me. So I will gladly watch something for free that explains the premise of a show on Netflix more than I will watch a show on Netflix. That's just me. But yeah, if you get a chance, check it out. It's definitely worth your time. At least I think it is. You know, you just gotta love that Game Freak just cannot do anything right. So, remember Pokemon Legends Arceus? The game that I was already not thrilled about. With the whole, here's Squirtle, Cyndaquil, and Rowlet. And this is supposed to take place before Diamond and Pearl. This is supposed to be, quote, exploring this region and categorizing and cataloging everything for future people. So this is taking place long before the game's in the Sinnoh region. Okay? And I was already on the fence, and I'm like, so you mean to tell me that nobody's going to, breed these things into the wild? They're not going to fall for some of the stuff? There's not going to be, any of this? That none of these would exist then? And I was getting chastised on the internet for even saying that. But it's true. If you think about it, it's true. I mean, come on. Put two and two together, people. But apparently, a lot of people were thinking this was going to be a massive open world game. And it did seem like it. When you saw the trailer and you saw what they were, offering, did it not seem like an open world game? Well, surprise! It's not. Yeah, no big shock here. Because apparently Game Freak just can't do anything right. Hell, they couldn't even get a Pokedex right. What was that bullshit with Sword and Shield? We can't put it in because there's too many Pokemon, but yet here's DLC and we're just going to add more in. But yet when people got the game, when they got Sword and Shield, what did I say was going to happen? The first words that left my mouth, the very first time I ever said it, I said, they are going to dig through that source code. You cannot tell me that those players are not going to take that disc home and they're going to look at that, or the cartridge, and they're going to go home and they're going to find a way to hack that bitch. It is possible to pull up the data on those on a computer. It is possible. And look at that source code. And they will find, what did they find? The legendary Pokemon were in there that they said weren't in there. Oh, look, they're in here. This and this is in there. There's a whole bunch of stuff that Game Freak was saying they did not have included in the game because they couldn't put it in the cartridge. They couldn't put it in the game because it was too big. It's in the game. And it was locked behind an access point, which is basically paid DLC. That's what it was. It was locked behind paid DLC. They freemium paid DLC'd your ass. And that's what pissed me off. And I stood by that. I stood by that every day. I stood by it. I was pissed off about it. I said, watch this be a total shit show because they lied to your face, and I was right. Especially when they took the graphics from the 3DS games and the other Switch game and shoved it into there. And it was the same fucking graphics. And they're like, no, we have to do this to improve the graphics. You improved nothing. You lied through your teeth. You improved nothing. You lying bastards. And that was Game Freak. That was Game Freak screwing the pooch. That was Game Freak fucking everybody, saying screw you, and screw you. And that was what they did. They screwed everybody to the wall. They knew they were going to do it. They knew everybody was going to do it, and they knew everybody was just going to take it and be happy with it. Well, say hello to Pokemon Legends Arceus, the latest middle finger from Game Freak. So, of course, they promise this vast open area, rolling green hills, drawing comparison to Breath of the Wild, and all that other fun stuff. Yet, what do we get? It's more Monster Hunter. Yeah. And apparently, according to an update from the Pokemon Company, who sent a statement to Kotaku confirming that it's a Monster Hunter-esque structure, quote, in Pokemon Legends Arceus, Jubilife Village will serve as the base for surveying missions. After receiving an assignment or a request and preparing for the next incursion, players will set out from the village to study one of the various open areas of the Hisu region. After they finish the survey work, players will need to return once more to prepare for their next task. We look forward to sharing more information about exploring the Hisu region soon. So, in other words, it's go here, fetch this, go here, fetch this, go here, fetch this. What makes this different from any other Pokemon title? Nothing. Nothing, basically. This is the same song and dance put into perfect middle finger territory. So, you know they've been calling the game open world since the original announcement. They even called it open world back in August. The Pokemon Company's like, no, it's not. It's Monster Hunter-like. It's got a turn-based RPG. Well, that's First off, and I'm going to say this again. I said this years ago on Facebook, and I will say this, and I said it years ago in a rant video, and I said it in a discussion video, and I will say it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, until the idiots at Game Freak get it through their heads. If you want to take Pokemon to the next level, okay? Listen very carefully to me, because you're going to love this. Okay? Ready? If you want to take this to the next level, what you need to do, real-time battle. You have 4 buttons on a fucking Nintendo system controller. There's 4 buttons. One could be one attack, another could be another attack. All of them can have one attack, and the joypad, the joystick, or the D-pad can be used to move around, and trigger buttons can be used to block, or dash to the left or to the right, or block if held both together. Make Pokemon a real-time battle mode. Include that in a future game, and I guarantee you, everything you've done in the past, if you make it good, everything you've done in the past, people will look at it and go, they've really upped the game on this. They've really upped themselves. This is beautiful. But they won't do that. So it's another turn-based strategy. It's another turn-based game, which is fine. Pokemon works as a turn-based game, but like I said, I would appreciate if we could get a real-time Pokemon game, a real-time battle system in this, because I think that would be the next logical step for this, because then it would give another element to this other than, oh, well, here, I have to, wait a turn and, hope that I can do this. What I would like is even just like a fan-made ROM or something that somebody could make to just give turn-based to this, or get rid of the turn-based and give like real-time to like Fire Red, Ruby Sapphire, Fire Red Leaf Green. Just give like real-time to those. Hell, I'd even take real-time for Diamond Pearl and Black and White. Give like real-time ability to battle in real, situations. I would appreciate that. If somebody could do that with a ROM, that'd be pretty damn cool. I would be behind that. I would actually enjoy trying to play that. But this is a middle finger to me. So, yeah, it's gonna be another turn-based, no shit. But I think the worst part of this is, and I know it's down here in the thing here, but there's a lot of horrible parts to this. So first off, it is definitely the Sinnoh region. I could tell from the map. which is meh. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna argue at this point anymore. It definitely looks like the Sinnoh region. Yeah, Ancient Sinnoh. Yeah, it's the Ancient Sinnoh region, which again leads me to question if Rowlet, Squirtle, and Cyndaquil are in this as your starter or your potential starters, why they can't be in the region in the future. Because, in all honesty, they would have descendants. They would have ancestors. I don't understand this. You're messing with the lore that you're now pissing me off with. So, please, Game Freak and Pokemon Company, stop screwing me over here. But these missions are called survey outings. They send you to various areas of Ancient Sinnoh. The map in the video shows different areas outlined in green and suggests that instead of one vast open map, the region is split into a series of large playable areas, probably unlocked by completing certain tasks. Sort of like the original games, where you couldn't go to like the next region until you learned Cut. You couldn't get past this one person until you beat the gym leader. There's probably certain criteria you have to meet before you can go to the next region or the next area in the map, and that pisses me off. Your excursions outside the village will begin by preparing at a base camp. The narrator continues. This is another staple of the Monster Hunter experience. Each segmented area starts with a camp where Monster Hunter players can gather supplies for their expedition. Though Pokemon Arceus seems keener on prepping their world with friendly NPC faces than Capcom series, the basic idea is the same. So in other words, copy, paste, screw you. But this is the part that pissed me off. So, now, we have the turn-based in this, we know. It's turn-based combat. This is what sucks the most. So, it seems like Game Freak borrowed ideas from Monster Hunter again! Because they're just so fucking lazy at this point. And this is what annoys me. You have turn-based Monster Hunter spin-off has you choose... Yeah, I love this. The turn-based Monster Hunter spin-off. That's basically what this is. Tell me how this isn't a Monster Hunter spin-off with a Pokemon paint job on it. Yeah, anybody out there that's ever played Monster Hunter, check this article out and tell me how this is not Monster Hunter with a Pokemon paint job. Okay? I want to know. But this turn-based Monster Hunter spin-off has you choosing between power, speed, and technical attacks. Arceus has you choosing between strong style and agile style attacks, one more powerful but slow, the other faster but weak. While not a direct correlation, Arceus' combat immediately brings Monster Hunter's stories to mind. And certainly not Breath of the Wild. No, because it's like, oh, well, what the hell? I can fight, well, why not? I could definitely do this. It's a turn-based strategy game giving you a choice between a strong style attack or a weak style attack. How is this not Monster Hunter with a Pokemon paint job? All these signs point to the game not being an open world, but rather a series of large connected regions. Game Freak lies again. There is nothing wrong with this, though. The author of the article here is like, they're completely down for this. But I'm not down with Game Freak continuing to lie to the players. Look, at some point, I think the players need to put their hands up in the air and flip them the bird and say, enough is enough. We're not going to take this shit anymore. You have basically told us now time and time and time and time again, I am tired of this. I am sick of this. I'm tired of doing this. And, I mean, you're limping to the barn with this. This is supposed to be, what, a breakaway style? You had Pokemon Rescue Rangers. Well, yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Pokemon Rescue Rangers. You had the Mystery Dungeons. Those were better spin-offs of the Pokemon franchise than this is. Okay? This feels like... Hell, I'll even take that strategy turn-based RPG. That, what was it, Pokemon Empires or something? Where you were like... Where Eevee was like an emperor or something? I don't even know what the hell the name of the damn thing was. I'll take that over this any day of the week. But yeah, it's coming increasingly clear that this is not going to be open world. I don't know. But yeah, they reached out and they did get confirmation then that this is not open world. It is more Monster Hunter-esque because, I guess, meh, fuck you. And that's what they want to say to their fans because that's what this game is doing. It's basically middle fingering every single person that was dumb enough to look at this and go, I'm going to have a Pokemon game. No, you're not. Because now you're looking at this and you're going, it's Monster Hunter. It's a Monster Hunter game with a Pokemon paint job. I mean, that Pokemon battle thing was fun. I thought that was kind of a cool idea. What was it, Pokken Tournament? I thought that was pretty cool. It was like Street Fighter meets Pokemon in a way. I thought that was pretty cool. That at least gave you real-time battles. Granted, you only had like, what was it, 10 Pokemon? How many Pokemon were in that goddamn thing anyway? Hold on. How many were actually in that damn thing? URN. Pokken Tournament. How many were actually in that? Yeah, how many people were actually, how many characters were in that game anyway? Let's see here. Load up. Come on, load up. All right, how many, okay, here we go. You had Aegislash, Blastoise, Blaziken, Braixen, Chandelure, Charizard, Croagunk, Darkrai, Ducedai, Empoleon, Garchomp, Gardevoir, Gengar, Lucario, Machamp, Mewtwo, Pikachu Libre, Sceptile, Scizor, Shadow Mewtwo, Suicune, and Weavile. And not all of them were available. Oh, they were all available on the Switch. All but 7 were available on the Wii U, and all but 3 were available in the arcade. Yay! And 2 of the ones on the Switch were DLC. Uh-huh. So a grand total of 23. So 23 in that one. Out of 800. And one of them is basically Pikachu in a Lucha Libre outfit. So 22. Well, wait, hold on. Oh, no. Sorry, 20. Hold on. I'm sorry, 20. Because the one was a boss character. That was Shadow Mewtwo. So 20. Sorry, 21. Because Shadow Mewtwo is just Mewtwo with just a dark Mewtwo. So 21. So 21 Pokemon out of 800 some. Oh wait, when did this come out? Yep, like at least 800. I'm going to say at least 800, maybe 600 to 800. Yep, no. You could have did a little better. I mean, this would have been nicer if like it had more DLC down the road, but apparently it didn't take off that well. People didn't like it. Real-time battles, I think, are what they would do for like a mainstream Pokemon game. But of course, they don't care about those anymore because it's DLC, and paid DLC at that. Because that's how they want to make the money. Microtransactions out the ass. And it just sucks. But Pokemon Arceus, or Pokemon Legends Arceus, not open world. Monster Hunter-esque with a Pokemon paint job. Damn you, Game Freak. Once again, you screw people to the wall. Alright, so, if you were like many people this week, you couldn't get onto Facebook, or Instagram, or WhatsApp, or whatever it's called, because they were brought down. But they're back up now. But on top of that, Twitch got hacked! That's right, the popular streaming platform for gamers, hot tub streamers, and people that just want to shoot the shit and not give a shit, was hacked. And the anonymous hacker posted a 125 gigabyte torrent link containing all of Twitch, including its source code and commit history going back to the start. So basically everything. This also included how much the top streamers were getting paid and who they were, apparently. And there was also an article that I read that it showed that there's like 3%, like the top, only like 3% of the top earners were female gamers. That's sad to me, first off. That is horrible. But yeah. The leak also contains streamers' incomes since 2019 and information that suggests Amazon-owned streaming platform Steam rival Vapor may really exist. Ooh, and the plot thickens. But Twitch confirmed the hack, though, on Twitter, but wrote it still doesn't know the extent of the breach. Quote, "We can confirm a breach has taken place. Our teams are working with urgency to understand the extent of this. We will update the community as soon as additional information is available. Thank you for bearing with us." So basically, they were hacked by the Borg, and they don't know how the Borg did it yet. It just came in, tractor beamed that bitch right out, and that's it. Yeah. So the download got posted to the 4chan, distributed by its unidentified source as part 1 of an extremely poggers leak, stating it contained the following, quote, "The entirety of Twitch.tv with commit history going back to its early beginnings. Mobile, desktop, and video game console Twitch clients. Various proprietary SDKs and internal AWS services used by Twitch. Every other property that Twitch owns, including IGDB and CurseForge, an unreleased Steam competitor from Amazon Game Studios, Twitch SOC internal red teaming tools, LOL. And the poster notes, creator payout reports from 2019 until now. Find out how much your favorite streamers are really making. Basically, probably not a hell of a lot. But Twitch is calling Twitch a disgusting toxic cesspool. The given motivation for the leak is to foster more distribution and competition in the online video streaming space. I am all for this because you have Twitch being like the granddaddy of everything, with YouTube just screwing everybody over to the wall. And yes, I do have some issues with YouTube, yet I use YouTube. It's one of those, it works for me, but at the same time, I'm still not happy with a lot of their practices in the long run. It's the lesser of two evils. But yeah. Let's see here. They add, "We have completely pawned them." Yeah, you own their ass, basically. They also include the hashtag #DoBetterTwitch hashtag. Oh, I love that. Kotaku verified, though, that this is a working torrent, and VGC claims anonymous sources within Twitch have confirmed the data is legitimate. We've obviously contacted Twitch for further comment, but haven't heard back at the time of the publication. Yeah, until they give you update. Yes, we were hacked. Please don't take this the wrong way. The consequences for a leak like this can be huge. Clearly, the first thing anyone who has a Twitch account should do is change your password immediately. Set up two-factor authentication. It's also advised to reset your Steam keys to protect data. But the long-term issues are far more complex. Just the financial information for big-name streamers getting out there will be hugely serious for Twitch, with figures in the millions of dollars, which I'm thinking that Twitch has been screwing over the top-earning streamers, and now they're going to know that, hey, they were keeping a shit ton of my money, what the fuck? And that's going to land some people in trouble with a certain three-letter organization known as the IRS. Yeah. That'll be interesting to see them get involved in this. That's like, hey, we did some checking on a lot of your returns, and we'll send some people over to talk to you in a few minutes. They should be at your front door right about now. Yeah. But within the leaked data is reportedly information on Vapor, Amazon's rumored rival to Steam, which would integrate a store onto the Twitch platform. More information will likely come to light as the leak is poured over. And of course, this is marked as part 1, suggesting that much more information may have been compromised in the hack. This all comes at a time of much tribulation for Twitch, with the hashtag #DoBetterTwitch and hashtag #TwitchDoBetter at the forefront of efforts by users to demand a better service from the platform, including boycotts to demand action over hate raids. Twitch seems to be making some positive moves, but then always find a way to do something really terrible. But yeah, so this is basically, yeah. This is beautiful news here, folks. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this, so look forward to more of this down the road. But yeah, they're going to keep everybody up to date with the consequences of the leak, which will likely be causing serious consultations at Amazon. As the hackers said on 4chan, Jeff Bezos paid $970 million for this. We're giving it away for free. Oh! To quote the devil, hey-o! Because that's a bad. So they got hacked. Not only were they hacked, they were hacked and pawned at the same time. They got owned in this. Now, you have leaked information that Vapor exists. You have... Sorry about that. You have information on how much the top streamers on Twitch are earning, which means that if they've been lying to the IRS about their taxes, they're going to be getting a friendly phone call from them. You have Twitch itself going to be double-checking their books to make sure that they haven't been screwing people over. This is going to cause a massive uprising of a lot of pissed off people. So basically, figure it this way. If you look at this in the aspect of we fucked up, this is screwing up on a grandiose scale. This is literally lighting yourself on fire while at the same time dousing yourself in gasoline. It ain't gonna end well. It's gonna end with you being a charred corpse on the ground, and this is liable to be the fire that ends Twitch, because this is basically, Twitch is now on fire at this point. And not in a good way. This is, how much of my information was leaked? Who knows where I am? How much I make? Do they have access to my bank account from this? And this is only part one of God knows how much. And if part one is just 125 gigabytes, I can't even imagine if there's a part two, how big part two is. Yeah. Whoever did this, they had damn good reason to do it, and they have set Twitter ablaze. They have set Twitch ablaze, because this is bad. I mean, now worst case scenario, and I do want to stress this, worst case scenario is that Twitch just basically falls off the earth. Is that going to be horrible? Yes, because there are a lot of Twitch streamers, but at the same time, they could just go to YouTube, because apparently YouTube loves streamers, provided they go through the YouTube algorithm and they don't expect to make a shit ton of money. But in the long term, this is bad for Twitch in a huge, huge way. And the repercussions of this are still massive. We're just still seeing the ripples escaping where the giant boulder was chucked into the pond. We're still seeing the ripples like echoing out. We haven't seen them come back yet. Just wait till they come back. That's when shit hits the fan. That's when you know bad things are coming. This is hilarious, though. I'm honestly looking forward to seeing what happens next with this, because now I'm curious how bad they fucked up down the road. I want to see. I would not be surprised if, like, a couple weeks from now, you see an article online about, Twitch is being investigated by the IRS. Certain streamers are being investigated by the Internal Revenue Service or by their own respective governments, tax bureaus, because for tax evasion and shit like that. Watch this be the massive uprising that brings Twitch to its knees, and all of a sudden it's like YouTube looks at this and goes, hey, all of our content creators, we love you guys. We love all of you. Anything we can do to make you feel better, we don't want anybody to do what happened to Twitch. Any way we can make you feel better. You want some help? You need us to design something for you? You want us to promote your video for free for a month, or your channel for free? Let us know. We'll do whatever it takes to make you happy. Please, please, please don't get mad at us if we get hacked. Because I could just see that being like ramifications if this goes south fast. Hey, I'm going to quote Frieza here from DBZA. If this shit goes any further south with Twitch, they're going to hit Space Mexico. And in all honesty, I don't see this ending badly. I don't see this ending well for them. I see this ending badly. massively badly. When you get hacked and that type of stuff gets leaked out, first off, there's going to be a lot of questions. There's going to be a lot more questions that aren't going to be answered, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to have some other people to come talk to you that have suits, coats, and briefcases that they ain't going to be too pleased to talk to you. Well, they're going to be pleased to talk to you because they're going to be getting paid to screw you over like you screwed everybody else. The reckoning be coming. But, this, I do not see this ending well. I really do not see this ending well. This is hilarious, though, to me. But I do not see this ending well. But, yeah, if you have Twitch, change your password. Activate two-factor authentication if you haven't already. Reset all your Steam keys because that information was definitely taken. So that can at least offset possible part 2 of this. I don't know, but I find this hilarious as hell. I really do. I really, really do. Alrighty, everybody, and that's going to do it then this week for the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. And hey, don't forget to submit your questions for the October Q&A. That's right, I got 2 questions so far. Don't forget to submit your questions by, I think I said the 25th, right? Didn't I say the 25th or the 24th or 24th, 25th? Try to have your questions submitted by then, please, for me to record it so that I can put it up on the old internet by the end of the month for everybody to enjoy. But hey, you know already how much I love you. Everybody knows that. And don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, submit your questions. Don't forget to use the parenthesis Q &A parenthesis so I don't answer it right away. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes. This has been the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast, and I am checking out. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me for the last, I want to say, about an hour or so. And until next week, I will see you all later. Bye, everybody.